Hi, welcome back. Today is day 3, principle 3 of the 7 Hermetic Principles from the book The Kybalion. And if you're just finding me, go back and watch principles 1 and 2 because each one builds on the last. But here's where we are. Principle 1 told us that reality starts in the mind. Principle 2 told us your inner world is always reflected in your outer world. Principle 3 shows us the mechanism, the actual way that energy moves through everything, including us, including you. So principle 3, the principle of vibration. Nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. Everything in existence is in constant motion. Nothing is truly still. What looks solid is actually vibrating at a frequency that we just can't see. And science backs this up. Your chair, your phone, this table, all of these things are solid to us. But at the atomic level, they're mostly just empty space with particles moving around so fast that they create the illusion of something solid. Matter is just energy vibrating at a very slow and dense frequency, where light is energy that's vibrating faster. And sound has its own frequency. And your thoughts and your emotions, it's also just energy and it's also vibrating. Different frequencies create completely different emotional responses. Think about music. A low, heavy beat feels completely different in the body than something that's fast and light and bouncy. And it's the same idea with your inner world. A person that's living in fear or chronic stress is going to vibrate at a very low and heavy frequency, where a person who's just living in constant gratitude and excitement, they're going to be vibrating much higher. And like attracts like energy. So the frequency that you're putting out, it's the frequency of the experiences you keep drawing in. And I know you've felt this. I mean, you've walked into a room and you could just feel the energy before anyone even says anything. Or you felt drained by certain people. Or you've also been around people who probably just light you up and feed you with energy. And if you didn't know exactly why, like why that person always feels so good to be around, it's because inside they're genuinely happy, grateful, grounded in that moment anyway. Because when they're not, you'd feel that too. And that's vibration. And this is literally the foundation of the work that I do. As a sound healer, I use sound and alchemy energies, which are just words, which are also vibration, to work directly with people's vibration. Sound is vibration, words are vibration, everything is. And when you use these certain frequencies, you're able to target, to move, and to change the energy and change the frequency. And most people are carrying around dense, heavy energy, old emotions, stored stress, patterns that have been built over time that's keeping them at a lower frequency without even realizing it. It's like trying to tune into a clear signal, but there's way too much static in the way. But the sound healing and the energy clearing work that I do helps to remove that density. It clears these heavy layers so that your natural frequency, which is actually light, can come back through. So people don't just feel better, they show up differently. Relationships shift, opportunities open. It's shifting everything around them. And that's what this principle is describing. When you clear what's dense, you become lighter. When you shift your thoughts from fear to possibility, from resentment to gratitude, from self-doubt to self-trust, you become lighter and your vibration rises. And when your vibration rises, life will reflect that back to you. Tomorrow, principle 4, we're going to talk about polarity. And this one is going to change the way you see your so-called negative emotions. I'll see you then.